This new Kendrick album, yeah, it's that. It's that. If they telling you it's not that, it's because they ain't that. But one song in particular that stands out to me, bruh, is Reincarnated. Now, first of all, I'm a huge Pac fan. Pac is the GOAT to me, and nobody can top Pac. I'm just being real with you, right? Kendrick tries, but Kendrick can never top Pac for me. But he tries hard. He knocks on that door. But this song right here, bruh, the intro with the Spanish lady doing like spiritual music, and then boom, hit you with that Tupac beat. Oh man, bruh. I don't like when rappers rap over Pac beat a lot of times. Only a few artists that I will respect. You gotta be Nas, you gotta be Jay-Z, you gotta be the upper echelon. So Kendrick deserves that respect. And I will say, Kendrick blessed the beat, bro. He did his thing on it. But he went a whole different way. Like on that original beat, Pac got a lot of his anger off, a lot of his mistrust, a lot of his anger with authority, a lot of his frustrations. Pac was going off on that one, right? But on Reincarnated, Kendrick went somewhere else. But this is the highlight of the album so far. I got to listen to the rest, but this is the highlight. So on the first verse, I know the internet going to do their job and figure out who was the person he was talking about. He was talking about, I believe it had to be a blues singer from the 1940s that was a poor, struggling artist. And Kendrick Lamar speaking from their past life, you feel me? Why he would call the song Reincarnated. So it makes sense. He's speaking from their perspective, right? And it's very interesting the way he tells their story, right? I don't know who, I know the internet gonna find out who the artist that Kendrick's talking about. I don't know if it's B.B. King, Lil Richard. I don't know, bro. It's very interesting. He said 1947. You got the internet gonna find out. The second verse, he talked about another musician, right? A musician that has addictions to heroin. A party, a person that has a lot of issues within themselves and they use drugs to, numb their pain. It's a musician, right? Now, the key thing, he keeps talking about musicians and their downfalls and their down pits, right? And then on the last verse, he talks about himself, and as the verse goes on, God comes to speak to Kendrick, and Kendrick is the devil. It's crazy. He was God, but he was speaking of the story of the fallen angel and how he believed. I guess Kendrick is trying to coincide the fallen angel with musicians and they downfall and they negative influences and they demons that they have. And that was a very interesting outlook and a very vulnerable one. Because, he looked at himself in a very negative light. Who wants to look at themselves in a negative light? You feel me? But at the end of the verse, Kendrick is saying he's going to admit to the negative. I hope I'm getting it all right. He's admitting to the negatives and he wants to do everything positively now. And then at the end of the verse, he says, I told the story of the devil to take our power back. It was very, very, very deep. You feel me? Extremely deep. Kendrick, that song was next level. And I love that he did on a Pac beat. Yo, I don't know where to go with this Kendrick album yet, but it's sounding like something very special. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. The last Kendrick album, it was cool, but I didn't listen to it a lot. I think he went extremely deep, which is cool, but he went deep in a way that for a lot of people wasn't going to be as digestible. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like on this one, he found the perfect harmony, bro. He found the perfect harmony on this one to touch the hood, still touch the people he speak to in the suburbs, still speak to the conscious community, still speak to the G's. Like, he really covered a lot of bases on this album, but this one sounded like something. But this song right here, in particular, Reincarnated, woo, sounded like a classic. I'm not even gonna lie.